Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, January 9th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions or get on the right track, or maybe just have permission to do the things you really want to do. That's kind of our goal here. We want to make sure that you are trying to accomplish something, maybe with the least amount of risk, but maybe you want to do something a little risky. That's okay too. We just want to make sure that you don't blow up your life on the way to doing something risky, you know? And if we can help you achieve some goals, maybe have a little bit more peace of mind, sleep a little better, boy, that would be such a nice thing. And all you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. And of course, let us know if you would be willing to come on the air with us, either via audio or video. And when I say video, do check out our YouTube show, Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. We post new episodes on Saturdays. So that is so much fun. All right, let's get into this. Today, we are on the line with Sarah from New York. Hello, Sarah from New York. Isn't New York really the best place in the world? We are so proud of our New York. It's not dying, is it? It seems very alive to me.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm just a huge fan.
Excellent. So tell us what's going on. Why'd you reach out to us?
Well, you talk a lot about the importance of Roth savings, but I actually wondered when it might not make sense to convert your money to a Roth.
Okay. Tell us, I'm presuming you're not calling for quote unquote a friend. So tell us about you and what's going on, and we can determine whether or not a conversion makes sense. So first of all, Sarah, how old are you?
I am 65 and my husband is also 65.
Okay. And you're both working full time?
He retired this year. I am working full time, thinking of retiring at the end of this year, maybe another year.
Okay.
We'll see.
Very good. Does he receive any pension or any other income from his employment?
He does not, but he worked for the state as a public defender for many years, and we'll get some great health insurance when we both finally do retire.
You don't get a pension for being a public defender?
No, but I get a pension. I have a great pension.
Tell me about your pension. I love Sarah's pension.
So my pension, which I'm eligible to take at 66 in a year, is going to be about $6,000 a month with 100% joint survivorship.
Ooh, that's good. That's very good. Okay. So right now, the game plan is one more year till you get to this pension number, right?
Correct.
What have you guys done in terms of saving? Just in general, like let's do some retirement stuff. So what do you have in retirement assets so far?
So we each have traditional 401ks with about $1 million in each one.
Okay. So $2 million total.
Yeah.
Okay. Any Roth assets in addition to the traditional?
Nothing.
Okay. How about a brokerage or a non-retirement account?
We have a brokerage account with about 600,000, and we have a checking account with about 70.
Okay, great. You live in New York City full-time or not?
Full-time for now, but we'll relocate back to a different state as our home base. I'm here right now because I got a really lovely job that I've had for the last 5 years with a really nice salary.
Okay.
But, once I give up that job, I'll move back out of home.
Do you own two different places or do you own one and rent somewhere else?
We fully own a house, which is probably worth about $700,000, no mortgage. And then I'm renting in New York.
Okay. Got it. What are you paying rent? Just out of curiosity.
It's a lot. It's so much. It's about $4,000 a month.
That doesn't seem like so much compared to what it could be. I don't know. I mean, it depends what you have, I guess. Are you going between the house and the rental right now? Do you have to travel quite a bit or not really?
Yes, I do. I try to travel. Although during COVID, right, I stayed at my home for over a year. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great. Well. So when you look at your expenses, forgetting about the rent for right now and the travel back and forth, what do you think you need in terms of retirement? Like, we're no longer doing this commuting. We don't have rent. What's it cost to live your lives?
We think $10,000 a month would be lovely, with maybe an occasional, little extra.
Okay.
Hoping to travel. So My husband will be eligible for Social Security in a year, and if he takes it at 66, it would be about 2,500 a month, and if he waits until he's 70, it would be about 3,800 a month.
Oh, I like that better. Don't you?
I do, and one of the questions is when he should take it. My Social Security, which I think we wait until I'm 70, is about 4,600 a month.
Oh my gosh. So let's just play this out a little bit. So when you're 70 years old, you and it's only 5 years away, you have 4,600 a month in your Social Security. He gets $3,800 a month, and you have the $6,000 a month pension, right?
We're in great shape.
You're in great shape. So, okay. Here is how I would think about the traditional versus the idea of converting. If we didn't have a little bit of time here before we had not a lot, but a little bit of time before you could get some of the money out, I might think about converting. But I kind of also feel like right now we have 5 years where we can take some money out of this account. How much is your income right now?
460,000.
Oh, geez, you screwed me. Okay, so we got to wait a year. So you got to retire. Okay, so when you retire, when you go from 460 to zero, now I have 4 years to get a chunk of money out, right? The amount of money that we could take out is a lot, actually, because let's say you turn 66. Can you delay taking your pension? Does it accrue for more than if you wait, or it is what it is at 66 and you have to take it?
I think it is what it is.
Okay. So here's my game plan. Sarah works for another year. Now her income goes from 460 to zero. But we know that she needs some money, right? We know that there is a need of $10,000 a month. We know that she's going to get $6,000 a month in a pension, but I still want to take a bunch of money out of that retirement, of those pre-tax assets. And when I say a chunk of money, I'm talking like, I think you want to take out like $300,000 a year at age 67, 68, 69, before you claim Social Security. So we're trying to get as much money as we can, basically as close to $1 million as we can out of that traditional environment. That is a very doable goal because, again, we'll have to see where the tax brackets are. But for now, if you can pull money out in the 24% tax bracket, you'll be in very good shape. Now, the question is, that still leaves you with $1 million that's pre-tax. And it still leaves you with this period of time before you have to take your money out in a required minimum distribution. If you're charitably inclined, you can do a QCD, a qualified charitable distribution. Once you're over the age of 70 and a half, you can take some of the money from those retirement accounts. They have to be moved into IRA accounts, but you can send them directly to charity. At the very least, if you got $1 million out by the time you were 70 and a half, I'd be psyched. And you cut that distribution in half, that would be amazing. Hey, I forgot to ask, do you have kids, Sarah?
Yes, I have a daughter who is 33, and we would like to leave her a sizable estate. So, right. So one of the questions here, though, is if we're converting to a Roth, obviously we don't have to then take the minimum distribution and the estate grows, but she's still going to be left with a significant amount of money. So kind of why bother? Like, why?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm sort of feeling like I don't really care about the whole Roth thing as much. I feel like you can get the money out. Is she launched, or do you need to help her at all?
Yes, she's an artist and we are helping her, and I think we will have to keep helping her.
How much are you doing in terms of are you gifting her every year? How are you guys handling it?
Well, right now she's unemployed, so we're helping her with rent, so about $2,000 a month.
But are you paying that rent directly?
No.
So, I mean, there's another idea here. Is she okay with money? Like if you said, here's a bunch of money every year, you manage it, is she okay with that? Or do you think that she needs a little lesson in management of assets?
Doesn't everybody?
Okay, true. But I'm just asking, she's an artist. So I'm used to the flighty artist, but every so often I meet an artist who, upends that silly thought. So what do you think?
She's pretty frugal, but I think we probably would have to, help her a little bit, just kind of get her bearings on it. But I was a little confused when you said, take the money out. Are you saying to take it out to convert it to a Roth?
No, I'm just saying you take it out, withdraw it, pay the tax that's
Oh.
due, and live on it.
Oh, okay.
And not, so when I say take the money out, let's just say that you have your $6,000 a month, right? You have 72 grand in income. The top of the 24% tax bracket is $384,000. I'm just pretending it's this year. So what you would do is you would essentially say, I don't want to go up into the 32% bracket. So I know I have $72,000 a year of income from my pension. If I just took a distribution of $300,000 from my traditional account or your husband's, doesn't matter, right? If you took the distribution, 300 grand, you just pay the tax that's due. You pay the 24% tax that's due and you keep the money. You throw it in your brokerage account. You've converted it already, essentially. You're doing your own conversion. You're just paying the tax now. And then you do that each year until you guys claim Social Security, which will be at age 70 for both of you. Okay. Once you're claiming Social Security, you can't take as much money out, right? Because your income is increased. We've got the $3,800 a month from him, the $4,600 a month from you. So now you're not going to be able to pull as much money out because you'll pop yourself into the next tax bracket. But you'll be able to pull some out and you don't have to convert. You really don't need to convert. You will have a bunch of money. You've already paid tax on it. It's sitting in a brokerage account. You're fine. Your daughter will inherit all this money. You guys have your estate documents done?
Of course.
Very good. Now listen, in general, I know that, you're probably not staying on top of this, but if the money that you want to give to your daughter is getting to be more significant, we do have to pay a little bit attention to the gift tax rule. You're really supposed to give underneath, it's called the annual allowance. You could give $18,000 each to your daughter. Okay. So you can give 36 grand a year to your daughter without worrying about any taxes, which I would do right now. I would just start to say, hey, you need the money now. You're Here is $3 grand a month that we're going to send you. Just take it. And live on it and let her build it up a little bit. Where does she live? Is she a New York person or is she elsewhere?
She's in Maryland.
And she's renting now. Is she partnered, single?
Single.
Okay. All right. I mean, look, you can help her out and you should help her out. She's your only kid. And she's like, obviously never going to make a gazillion dollars unless she hits it big. But I do think that it would be helpful for her to just sort of know what the numbers are and maybe I don't know if you want to give it to her in the beginning of the year and just say, here's 30 grand or here's $36,000. Dad and I are going to do this every year for as long as we can. You have plenty of money. You have no problems. All we're talking about is being more efficient with your money. That's it. But you're in great shape.
Gosh, thank you so much. This was really, really helpful.
And listen, I think that if you decide to do something different with your money and you want to, if all of a sudden tax rates change or we're under a different regime in terms of planning for taxes, then give us a holler back. But I think generally speaking, you are in really wonderful shape and we're delighted for you. And congratulations, because that's a lot of money you've saved and that's a nice pension. Mark, how's your pension doing?
My self-funded pension is doing okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
I would classify Sarah as another member of the Jillionaires Club.
Yeah, Jillionaire. See, not a millionaire, but a Jillionaire. Thank you, Sarah, for giving us a holler. And if you are jealous of Sarah and her pension, who isn't? We're all jealous of pensions. When we don't have pensions, it's just amazing. And what's fascinating to me is that as we look ahead and we're talking about taxes and planning, we don't know what's going to happen. You can only plan on what's happening today. So remember that all the plans that we are trying to create for you guys, this is of the moment. You may have to give us a call back and, we'll be here, I hope, God willing. So give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the contact us button. Let us know if you want to come on the air. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. And hey, buy the book, The Great Money Reset. It's there for you. And of course, do something nice for someone else today. Maybe that nice thing is you are subscribing to our podcast on the Odyssey app. and you leave us a rating and review. That would be a nice thing, but do something nice maybe for someone else. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.